Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what is that done? That done is the creation of a brand new book by January 1st of 2021 that I'm actually writing in real time, in real life, right now, every single night for 301 consecutive days, all the way from Friday, March 5th to the 31st of December 2020, because the very next day on January 1st of 2021, I'll be uploading press-ready PDF files to Amazon's Kindle Direct publishing space, where I'll be self-publishing a brand new book that you've already seen the cover of, but I'm going to show it to you again, and it looks a little something like this. Nonfiction Brand. Discover, craft, and communicate the completely true, completely you brand you already are. And yep, that's what I'm doing. So every night I write, I edit, I design, I do all sorts of different things in order to keep the book moving forward. Well, tonight I'm going to be doing something really different because I use a lot of the podcasts that I've already recorded with really great people like Jay Baer and Neil Schaefer, Mark Schaefer, the two Schaefers. No relation, and Kate Toon and others. And I'm writing about them in the book, and I'm actually taking significant pull quotes or, some of the stuff they've said during the podcast episodes, and I'm taking it like big chunks, paragraphs, and plugging it into the book. Now, I had been, if you've watched any of these earlier episodes, I have been transcribing it manually myself, which takes for flippin' ever. But then my friend Stephanie Liu said, hey, you should try Descript.com. Now, I've used transcription services a lot for my regular everyday stuff, but for, kind of short quotes and stuff like that, I'm not going to pay Rev.com, $30 to record 30 minutes or transcribe 30 minutes of stuff. And, I can take that 75 words and transcribe it myself, but Descript.com is an alternative that Stephanie told me about that frankly I want to try out, and so I'm going to. In fact, I just literally signed up for a trial account, which they allow you to have 3 hours of transcription for free. So I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to do it right now in front of you so you can see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So without further ado, let's check out Descript.com, which is actually associated with this native application that's running in macOS, and I'm sure they probably have a Windows version as well. And frankly, while I've got a Descript tutorial in here, I haven't done it because unfortunately I'm not a tutorial guy. I'm a mess with it till you break it guy. So I'm going to mess with Descript till I break it and see what happens. So first things first, I'm looking at this clean, nice user interface saying, I bet you new project is what I should click. So I'm going to give this a title. And since it's appropriate that I learned about this from Stephanie Liu, because I'm actually going to be transcribing her episode, her brand new episode of the Nonfiction Brand podcast that I just, let me create this project. A new version of transcript is ready. So I'm going to restart this and see what happens, because they just told me that there's a new version. Let's see what happens. Well, it logged me in. Okay. Stephanie Liu transcript. Cool. Now, add voice, recording tracks, and more. Let's see what happens when I add a recording, transcribe voice from a file. Let's try that first and see what happens. Or actually, let's see what happens if I just drag and drop. No, it's gonna, yeah, okay, it'll work. Sorry, I literally have not tried this out before doing this. So I just created the podcast episode, which you can see right there, Nonfiction Brand, episode 105, Stephanie Liu. And it says long because I'm actually trying something new in my post-processing. Up to 95% accuracy, detect multiple speakers, automatic, white glove, import transcript. Okay, I'm sure automatic is the free one, so detect multiple speakers. Let's see what happens. So it's got the file right there, and my transcript will be ready in a few minutes. Let's see how long a few minutes is. And sorry, I haven't used this before, so I really don't know how long this takes. But we're going to find out. And this is 29 minutes and 34 seconds of an episode, a full episode of the Nonfiction Brand podcast. So this might take a little bit of time. So how many times can I say so in the last 5 minutes? I'm going to multiple speakers detected. Okay, it's asking me to identify speakers. Speakers detected. There are 2 speakers, but who are they? Listen to each speaker and identify them. Get started.
Right. So there's the agency that has the retainer clients. And I always bring this up to everyone because I think it's really important, even as an entrepreneur, to diversify.
And clip 2. This episode of the Nonfiction Brand podcast. And that'd be DP Knudten. Close. Okay, so cool. It's doing that, and it's going to put speaker names on stuff. Oh, look at that. I'm good. How are you? So good. I could be digging this big time if it works that quickly. And I know some of this, I'm going to have to go through this, of course. Oh. How can I change that? It's not Brene. It's Big Green Monster. Kind of a little jealous, that kind of author. Big Green. So if I want to, no, I don't want to add tag. I want to edit. La 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 la. And this has some really cool features where you can actually type text and it will, based on your voice, revoice it. Melanie Diesel too. I need to correct that spelling. Cut, copy, paste, clip, delete, comment, edit sequence. I want to oh, come on. You're supposed to be easy. Maybe I should take the tutorial, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. All right. So anyway, this is looking very promising, though. I was hoping that it would be so intuitive that it'd be easy to figure out on the fly in real life in front of your very eyes. But evidently not. At least not yet. But I'm very hopeful about this, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and save this and quit out of there and go back to Scrivener, where I am actually writing this thing, because I want to write down some notes about the Stephanie Liu episode that I edited today. There's Stephanie right there. See, sorry. Stephanie right there. So Facebook group. Quote. Well, let's look it up. since the script has already done the thing, roughly, I wonder, yeah, I don't want the pro plan yet. Sorry, guys. Still figuring out. It's definitely it's fun. Big brand names. You know what? Back. And so for me, that was never be honest. Hey, we're pregnant. Check out. Realized. Okay. There's a pull quote in here that I want to grab that she did pretty early in. Yeah, about 3 minutes and 40. No way. The little one. We check that. Realized. All right, can I pull these? Let's see if I can grab these and put them in here. Oh, I love that. So I can go ahead and I might be digging to script. Obviously, I need to learn how to play with it some more. No, that doesn't have to. Command I. Fiction. Brand. Oh my God. Podcast. Number 105. All right, so I'm very excited about that. And I think I learned, I just was introduced to an incredible new tool for my workflow that can really, really super help me out. I just have to work out some of the bugs in here, especially when it comes to corrections and things like that. So very, very cool. It's going to save me a ton of time, and I'll be able to do things that I haven't done, which is I do not have transcripts for my 104 episodes of the Nonfiction Brand podcast anywhere because I just never got around to doing them. You know, I'm a one-man shop, one person, I have limited amounts of time, and am not paying anybody to do that stuff. So I'm doing it myself. And consequently, I'm not doing it because I'm doing it myself, right? Well, this may be the way that I can do it because it's really not that expensive. I think that they'll give you, well, let's look at their pricing. Yeah, they always talk about the pro version, but let's see what the creator version is. $15 a month, save 20% by paying annually, and it gives you 10 hours of transcription, which is cool because I do one episode per week, so that's 4, potentially 5 episodes a month. Each episode is half an hour, so if let's just say it's four, it's a 4-week month. 4 half-hour shows is only 2 hours, so I'm never going to go over that limit. And I can actually go back and start working on my back catalog too, getting those transcriptions. I just might be doing this. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you ever have to transcribe anything, take a look at that. So I'm just gonna show you where it is in Safari. Descript.com looks a little something like that. Interesting glasses. How to make a podcast, record, transcribe, edit, mix, all that stuff. So it's got a lot of stuff that I'm not actually doing. And I think they do audiograms in here too. Overdub, correct your voice recordings by simply typing. Wow, I got to try that. Look at that. That looks very interesting. Edit video. Huh. So anyway, it looks very, very interesting to me. Timeline editor for fine-tuning fades and volume editing, all that stuff. Very cool. Transcription. Let's see what it says about that. Well, you saw how quickly it did it. Now, if it's 96% accurate and I can actually go in and fix words very quickly, I'm going to be all over this thing, because that's a tremendously valuable thing for me. Very, very cool. And so I'm kind of getting excited about Descript.com. Now, I should say that Descript.com is not paying me anything. I just went and did what you would do, which is go to Descript.com, sign up for a free thing, and see how it works. I haven't even taken the darn tutorial, as you've seen, and I'm already going, wow, this looks pretty good. So I'm very excited about that, and it's something I'll be playing with undoubtedly tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night when I do this live stream, and certainly into the future, because it looks like it's going to be a killer application for me for all sorts of use cases, not the least of which is my podcast transcriptions, which, you know, as I say, I do one podcast a week for about half an hour each one. Bingo. I got my transcription covered, and I can take that and turn that into a web page on my, and I should say a crawlable web page on my regular dpknudten.com site or my collaborator.com site, collaboratorcreative.com site. So that'll help me with SEO too. How cool is that? Very cool. So thank you, Stephanie Liu, for helping me out and telling me about Descript.com, which I did not know about as recently as 14 days ago. Thanks, Stephanie. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. I think I'm going to put this to bed for the evening, but I will be back tomorrow. And I want to thank you for helping me out by making me come down here and continue to advance the book forward in one form or another. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast. Be sure to check out this coming Monday's episode, because it features that self-same Stephanie Liu who told me about Descript.com. And we have a great conversation about what she's doing and how she's adding value to a whole lot of other people's lives, especially doing what I'm doing now, live streaming. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be doing this right now. And maybe I shouldn't be, but anyway. Thanks for watching. I'm DP Knudten, as I said, and I'll talk to you next time. Until then, theme music. Take us on out.